Hey everyone, it's Rashida A. Marshall. Thanks so much for checking out this video. We're going to be taking it into a calming, sensual flow and release. Just some time for you to connect to your body, connect to your breath, and release any tension that you may be feeling to enhance your movement. So we're going to start in a kneeling position. You can be seated if that feels better. Inhale, float the arms up overhead, and exhale, release. Again, here for 2, big lift, letting the head tilt back, and exhale, lower. And again for 3, sweep the arms up overhead and releasing the breath as they lower down by the sides. Next one, bringing the palms behind the back of the head. Let's take it into a nice rotation here, sweeping around, pause, and reverse. Inhale, let the head hang back and back into center. Again, inhale, opening up the chest, and exhale, we come back in. Last one, sweeping around, and then we return to our start. Let the arms lower down and go right into a lateral stretch, sweeping to the high diagonal, exhale, lower. And then we switch, big lift, and then release. Again here for 2, really stretching out of the hip, and then lower down. And again, inhale, reach through the fingers, and exhale, lower. You're going to take both the hands, open them out to the sides, and then as you release the breath, round, bringing the hands into meet. Again for 2, inhale, open, head tilts back, exhale, chin to chest. Again here for 3, and then release, pull the belly in. Repeating the movement here, taking what you need. We're going to lower the hands. I'm going to turn. You can stay where you are. We're going to stay in that kneeling position, slide down as you lengthen, and now draw the belly in, lift as you come back up. Again for 2, reach, and then scoop, stack at the base of the spine to begin. Again for 3, lengthen, space the knees out, and sink the chest down onto the mat as you go into your child's pose. Walking the hands over to the right side, feel the stretch along the left side of the body. We walk the hands back in and then over to our left. Feeling that release along the right side of the body here. You're going to draw the hands back in, hold it just for a moment, and then begin to round the spine as you come up, and let's prepare to go on to all fours. So we shift the body forward, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Inhale, tilt head and tailbone up. Exhale, draw the belly in as we round the spine. And then again here for 2. Opening up at the front of the body, and then release, scoop the belly in, get the release in the low back. For 3, inhale, and exhale as we pull in, holding it for a moment there. Go ahead and take it into one more. And press the air out as you round at the lower back. We come out of that round there into our neutral, wagging the tail, look over to the left as you shift the hips in the same direction. We go back into center and then over to our right. We come back into center, one more each direction, looking over to the left side, feeling that release in the lumbar spine, and then over to your right, shortening that side of the body as you look over the shoulder, and then coming back into neutral. So we're going to bring ourselves into a seated position. Go ahead and find the reach of the legs, lifting tall, and take the head around through a neck rotation, nice and controlled. Bring chin to chest, we pause and reverse. Inhale and exhale back in. And then we lift up tall. And now round, chin to chest as you slide down, reach the hand toward the toes, pull the belly in, stacking yourself back upright. And again for 2. Exhale, reach and stretch, and inhale brings you in, coming up tall. Let's take it into one more. Really reach, feel the release in the back of the legs. and lifting bone by bone as you come upright. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together for a butterfly stretch. Lift the spine, inhale, exhale, shift forward, going toward the feet. And then again here for 2 as we come upright, and then fold, exhale. Reach the hands out in front if that feels okay, and then walk the hands over to the right side. Think of sending the left hip down so you don't start to lift off of the mat. We walk the hands back in through center and then over to the opposite direction. Walk the hands back in towards the middle, stretching there for an extra moment, and then we walk the hands back in towards the feet. You can go ahead and come out of that position, slide forward if you need to. We're going to prepare to go down into a reclined position. Rounding the spine onto the mat. Very controlled, keep those shoulders down. So you can place the hands on the front of the hips as we go into pelvic tilts. Exhale, press the low back into the mat. Inhale as you shift forward, and then again for 2. So continue that forward and back rocking motion, keeping the shoulders drawn down. This is a great one to do to release any low back tension. It's also good for connecting to our pelvic floor as we take those inhales and exhales. Taking our last one, exhale, press, and then return back to your neutral position. And now begin to shift the hips from the left to the right. So as you go through this, feel like you're keeping the knees as steady as possible so they don't start to sway with you. You're pressing one side down, coming back through center, and then over to your right. Continue that shift. And now we're going to combine those 2 movements, taking it into a rotation-like movement. So just sweeping the hips around in a circle. Think of going to each side and forward and back. And then you can reverse as you sweep around. Very controlled, again trying to keep those knees as steady as possible. Really isolating the pelvic area as we go through this. And then we return to a steady position. Draw your right knee in toward the chest. And now extend that leg up to the ceiling, going into a hamstring stretch as you pull it in towards center. That left leg can remain bent and on the mat. Find a comfortable place to hold on to the right leg as you draw it in towards you. And now bend the right knee, take it over to the left as you look over to your right shoulder. Moving into our spinal twist. We come back in and then reverse as you take the leg over to the right. Try to keep that left shoulder down. Draw the knee back in, one final tug, and then we place it back down so we can switch. Left knee comes in towards you. Tugging there. Finding a comfortable placement for your right leg. Lengthen that left one up and draw it in towards the chest. And then from here, you can go ahead and bend that knee, taking it over to the right side. We look over to the left shoulder. Returning into center and then over to the left. That right side stays down. Bring the knee back in, the right knee follows, and then we're just gonna rock from side to side in this ball shape here. Nice massage for the lower back. Place both the feet back onto the mat, arms out to the side as you go through windshield wipers, just allowing the knees to flow from one direction to the next. Feel free to hold it a little longer on each side if that feels better for you. And now we're going to sweep it over, so go ahead and turn onto the front of the body as we go into some extensions, palms by the rib cage. Inhale, press away from the mat as you lift. Exhale, lengthen through the top of the head as you lower. And then again here for 2. Inhale, press up, shoulders stay down. Try to lift the hips away from the mat. And exhale, release. We have one more here. As you press, lift with control. And then we're down. And now press back into your child's pose. Send the hips back as you reach the arms out to the top of the mat. And when you're ready, draw the belly in, round the spine as you lift with control. Head is the last thing to come up. And we're done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. Y'all have a good one.